Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the approaches to the implementation of development plans in Sri Lanka. So, planning is a process. It's a continuous process. So, it will collect data, gather data, create and design projects, and then monitor and evaluate them. And so, development plan includes goals, objectives, strategies, projects, and programs. Goal is an idea of the future or desired result that a person or group of people or an organization plan to achieve. Objective is what you plan to achieve by the end of your project. Strategies, a kind of direction in a project that contributes to the success and survival of the projects. Number of programs and projects can be consist in a plan. So if you go back to our history, we know we are a prouder community from the historical era, and our past had advanced management and planning. So amazing projects. Still, we are cannot believe how to did it. So if we take some Asian irrigation and development projects from the history, we know Basavakkulama Tank, King Pandukabir enlarged the Basavakkulama Tank, and then after construction of Nuwara and Tissa, people's requirement of both domestic and irrigation were fulfilled in Anuradhapura, and there was a cascade system. It is a connected series of tanks organized within a microcatchment of the dry zones in Sri Lanka. So these tanks are used to store water from seasonal streams. And Jayaganga was another amazing project, was built by King Datusena. It brings water from Kalawava for 87 kilometers. Both Kalawava and Jayaganga restored by British later. So these are some examples from our history. And we can see the development during colonial period. In 1815, British captured our kingdom. So from about 1830, coffee production started and spread our economic development. And then in 1880s, experiments with tea as a plantation crop was successful in Sri Lanka, and coconut and rubber also cultivated. At the same time, number of roads, railway paths were developed, and from that, the development happening in Sri Lanka. So if you go back to the 1948 to 1953 post-independent period, so there was a 6-year plan. In that plan, agricultural programs, irrigation programs, agrarian flow programs, and infrastructure programs were implemented under this program. So some of the examples during this period, we can see the Galloya project. It's a multi-purpose development project started in 1947. The reservoir known as Inginiagala and Senanayaka Samudraya. So there were some benefits. Water supply for downstream irrigation for 120 lakhs cultivated lands. Small hydropower capacity with 10 megawatt. Sugarcane, alcohol and home, base bricks and tile industries started. With that, the project also mainly contributed to manage the plant. So there are many researchers have done its impact evaluation and proved benefits and positive impacts also there. So Wallaby project also another example from the past. So it commissioned in April 1969. The dam length to approximately 3.9 kilometers and hydroelectric power generated from that. And then 1959 to 1969 period, there was a 10-year plan, but this plan was not implemented. Then 1970 to 1977 period, there was a 5-year plan. So a medium-term plan implemented in Sri Lanka. So in that period, demolition of plantation companies, import and exchange control, import substitution industry, state monopoly for including for many industrial. So like so many other developing countries, Sri Lanka followed a state-led import substitution strategy in this period. So there is an assumption that when replace import substitution production, it will reduce dependence on import, and it suppose will make self-sustained growth in the society. Then the 1978, the public investment program, the National Planning Division of the Ministry of Finance was responsible to prepare capital budget estimates. For that, it prepared the public investment program. These are prepared as rolling plans, progress plans annually for 5 years according to the first year progress. So macroeconomy concerned with the operation of the economy as a whole. It aims to provide a stable economic environment, and sectoral planning aims to providing comprehensive, integrated and coordinated frameworks for the management of both human and physical resources towards the sectoral objectives. So then, in the period of 1978 to 1999, so medieval public investment plan occurred in Sri Lanka. So the most important program in this period was the Mahavali Development Program. So it is known as the largest multi-purpose national development program in the history in Sri Lanka. So this is also considered a keystone of the government's development programs. So the main purposes was generation of hydroelectric power, controlling flood, making irrigation facilities for dry zone cultivations, settlement of landless and unemployed families by constructing and developing physical and social infrastructure, increase local agricultural production, create employment opportunities. The master plan of this program prepared with the assistance of United Nations Development Program and Food and Agriculture Organization. So this program took over for 30 years. J.R. Jayawardena government decided to speed up it and completed it in 6 years. So Mahavali Authority of Sri Lanka established in 1979 under this program. The last proposed completed Mahavali project is Moragakanda project. It is finished by 2018. So Evaluators source about Mahavali program, total of nearly 7 lakh census families settled in Mahavali project and nearly 700 megawatt power generated. For many years, 50% of power obtained from Mahavali, but some of social and environmental factors yet to be solved. In the same period, there was a free investment zone program. So under this program, Biyagama investment zone project and Katanayaka investment zone project also started with the garment factories, 200 garment factories opening, and also started with that around 40 free trade zones, including industrial parks and export promotion zones. Katanayaka is the first free trade zone in Sri Lanka. It started in 1978 and Biyagama was 1982. So there were some importance of these free zones, so boosting exports and diversifications of economy. And this Gampudava housing program also another project in between that period. 1987, Sri Lanka takes the lead in providing shelter for the homeless. Under this program, built 100,000 houses and 10 lakh housing units for the people. So then, in between 2002 2003, the development plan came called Regain in Sri Lanka. So privatization of public enterprises mainly. As an economic policy, it reduced the inefficiencies of the public sector and provides greater scope to the private sector, attracts more investments, and restructuring of ownership revives the productive sectors of the economies. And then 2005 to 16, Mahinda Chintana 10-year plan implemented. It was aimed to keep continuous growth of GDP more than 8% and positive market economy and international and local investment motivations. Then 2010 to 2014, the development plan came as a Wonder of Asia. Under this plan, Maganaguma, Gamanaguma, and Puranaguma was the main programs implemented under this plan. Then 2015, the Vision 25 came. The economic hub of the Indian Ocean, reforms in land, labor and capital market, economic and social infrastructure, technology and digitalization, social safety nets, agricultural and sustainable development, governance and accountability, strengthen coordination and monitoring implementation, was the vision in that program, and the vistas of prosperity and splendor. There were 10 key components in that. Priority to national security, friendly, non-aligned foreign policy, an administration free from corruption, new constitution that fulfill the people's wishes, productive citizenry and vibrant human resources, people-centric economic development, technology-based society, development of physical resources, sustainable environment and management, discipline, law, abiding values based society. So those are the development plans, development implementation approaches in Sri Lanka so far. Thank you so much, and let's meet again.